perspective.
That's another thing about fighters. They wanted to box, or their father made them box. I had to box. I had to get myself out of my situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was coming to, I didn't say I'm going to be this undisputed champion, nigga. I was saying I need to get money. I need to get out of my situation. You get what I'm saying? So that's another thing why I say, like, once I get to, while I'm at this level, like, it's no point, like, it's no more point to prove to myself. Come on. So if you win, you said all that. If you win, I'm not out my contract. Let's make the fight happen. Since you was wanting to talk crazy, let's do that. I want to fight you if you win. Devin Haney. You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me. Gervonta Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas cannot touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I told you it's a 50-50 fight. Ain't no 50-50 fight, nigga. How you gonna keep me off and you ain't got no power?
I was also told that Devin got the best of you in the last sparring session.
And you know I sparred him twice.
That's right. If
Bill took him out the ring, I almost knocked him out in Floyd Gym. Did they tell you that? Did they tell you that?
I don't know, but I ain't hear that.
Oh, okay. Tell to Devin and his dad to get out my dick. Tell him, be prepared. Because after these first two niggas, oh man, I'm coming straight at niggas. I'm telling you. That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it would lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me, West, though. I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have two daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
When it comes to the retirement shit, like, you serious about this?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But why, bro? I just feel like you know it's too early. I feel like you fucking with us at this point. Like, at this point, it's like you joking. Is it to sell a fight? Like, be real.
No, I ain't say I'm, like, retiring, like, after this fight, but for sure, like, after this year, I'm retiring. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really trying to be in this too much longer. So that's the answer right there for you.
How old are you now? 28?
28.
Yeah. How much longer are you expecting to do it?
Once I get them guys out of there, I'm gone.
Is that right?
I still don't know to this day who he meant when he said, once I get those guys out of there, I'm gone. Who, Tank? Who? What up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bad TV. Man, get your goofy ass in here and hit the bag. Yeah, that's still a big question mark. I don't know if you guys can remember that, but that was on the heels of the Hector Garcia fight, followed by the Ryan Garcia fight. And he said, once I get those two guys out of the way, that's who he was referring to. Then he went on to say, I'm going to get those other guys out of there and I'm gone. But who? He couldn't have been talking about Lamont Roach, right? He couldn't have been talking about Frank Martin, right? No. Or maybe that's who it was, because it's Tank Davis. But I know y'all gonna automatically assume that this video is about hate, and this is furthest from the truth. Because to be honest, man, if this was, 2-3 years ago, I was defending Tank tooth and nail. Yeah, I would argue in the comment section for 2-3 days defending Tank, telling you that he was gonna fight everybody and eventually wear the crown because he didn't beat all your favorite fighters. But time passed and reality set in. And sometimes you gotta just keep it all the way a beam with yourself. Now, is Tank an exciting fighter? Hell yeah, man. He's extremely exciting. That's why we all love him. The KOs. Nothing more exciting in the sport of boxing than the KOs, right? I think that might just be a unanimous. I think we all can agree on that, right? You might can argue other elements, but the KO, who doesn't love a great KO? And this is why and what has made Tank Davis in some form special. But let me give you a different perspective. Understand this. Gervonta Tank Davis hasn't fought a current champion at 135 pounds in 5 years, bro. He has not fought another 35 pound champion in 5 years since he lifted the belt off of Leo Santa Cruz with that crazy KO. Right? So much has transpired in the weight division since then, and he hasn't fought any of them. And for me, as a boxing fan, I don't care how much these guys are making. Who cares? As fans. As a fan, I want to see the best fighting the best. I want to see contemporaries fight each other. I want to know who truly is the best that the division has to offer. And I understand, and here's the thing, I understand what Tank means. He wants to get his bread, he wants to make his money, he wants to fall off into oblivion. I'm cool with that. But nigga, hurry up. And here's the even bigger point. But first, let me show you this real quick. Now, you know this comes from Tank Davis' famous tweet and deletes, because he catches heat for the certain things, so he gonna delete that. Some things he lets stay up, other things where he know the heat is gonna be crazy, he'll take down. And he put this up: I don't care for boxing, y'all can have the #1 spot. Bro, you never had the #1 spot, so it wasn't a matter of you letting them have it. You know what I'm saying? It was never yours to begin with. And for me, as a boxing fan, being the lineal champion in your division and whooping everybody there makes you #1. He's never done that. He's never been a lineal champion. Hell, he's never been a unified champion, which is crazy work, because when you think of the name Gervonta Tank Davis and you know that that has become a household name, you would think that the accolades came along with it, but it doesn't. Why? Because he hasn't pushed to make all of the fights that he could make in order to have those accolades, in order to distinguish himself from everybody else besides the casual fan base who lift him to a height that he, in my opinion, he deserves to be, because he's exciting and entertaining, but not because he's the best fighter in the sport. There's a difference. Now, last thing I want to say, and understand this: Tank Davis has gotten to a height where he's very influential. And I promise you, for the betterment of the sport, you do not want fighters coming behind Tank Davis with that narrative about the sport, with that narrative that who cares about the titles, who cares about the accolades. It doesn't matter. It's all about money. Being a world champion for one of the sanctioning bodies signify that you are one of the best fighters in the world. And if these guys don't fight one another, then what's the point? What's the point of the sport? Of course they're prize fighters, but for the fans, what's the point of the sport? Because then we, as the fans who make these guys millionaires, who make or turn these guys into household names, we get cheated out of the best fights possible. Bro, listen, there's no way in hell Tank wasn't supposed to somehow, some way fight Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. He could very well retire without fighting some of these names. And even at 30, you supposed to be trying to put the Abdullah Masons and the Floyd Schofields and the Keyshawn Davises on your resume as well. Mind you, he's only a few years older than these guys. It's not like Floyd versus Canelo where he's 15 years older. So being this influential, he could influence a whole generation of fighters to not give a damn about fighting the best and only be worried about making the money. Let that sink in. Let that perspective sink in. You as a fan, would you ever want majority of your favorite fighters to have that mentality? To not care? For me, man, I gotta say, hell no. I want those cats to care. I want them to pour all everything that they care about into their craft, want to be the best, want to seek out the best to prove that they're the best. Because as a fan, then I feel like I'm getting my money's worth. Then I feel like, I'm not being cheated out of some of the best matchmaking that we could possibly have. I love unification fights. I love the fact that people want to be lineal, to be the man in the division. Man, maybe call me old school. Definitely want to know y'all's thoughts, man. Am I tripping? Is this just coming from a place of hate from someone who used to love Tank Davis? And I still got love for the kid. I don't respect it at the end of the day. Definitely want to know y'all's thoughts, man. That's all I got. Big to your heavy bag. I'm out of here, man. Peace.